What's up, Internet? So, I have some of my bumper stickers. All religion equals genital mutilation. God makes objects and uses words. Why the printer? Cutting them down so they fit. Photograph QR code, free Google Doc. Yep. Got 3 more on the way that are like that. And then I got another QR code for my book on holographic money. Bought a camping battery. His dog thinks I'm talking about him. Poor dog. They don't bark when their owners are home. I love dogs, but I feel bad for mine. Mine were special. They this woman who did my school, Mrs. Zimmerman, she did my piano. She had huge boobs. I love chicks with big boobs. To me, it's like, are you gonna give your baby no freaking milk? Or are you gonna give your baby a ton of freaking milk? That's how I feel about it. To me, big boobs are sexy. I hate small tits. My mom had a reduction. She had that mentality. She got her nose reduced and her boobs reduced. In her mind, that was perfect. I wouldn't have done that. Nose jobs are so vain. You do a nose job, you're like really pathetic, in my opinion. See, here's the problem with lying, which that's what it is. It's lying. Too much makeup, dyeing your hair, anything that changes your DNA. If you could change your DNA, it's not lying. But covering up what your DNA does is lying. I even take this to like trans. I've dated trannies. I'm not even ashamed to admit it. Gone on dates with a lot of women, a lot of really hot women. And sometimes they were dudes when they were kids and they got transitioned. I think it's interesting for, Mrs. Zimmerman. She was my school teacher when I bring her up. She had the dogs. Yeah, she had a husky breeded with a German shepherd, and she was giving away the litter, and we got 2 of them. We got the runt, Cola, ended up being the biggest dog. Yeah, we had the chunkiest one, Cola. I love that dog. Man, I miss her. But they're dogs. They were amazing. They're dead now. I think they would have died by now, just at the procession of time, but they only would have died recently. They really died within they were 8 or 9. I think they were pretty young. When my mom divorced my dad killed him. So he was a mean guy. Like, I got tired of him. So I feel bad for my dogs. I do feel bad for dogs in general, dogs and cats. Doves, pigeons too, all of our former pets. The creator is just so cruel. Like, the creator holds this idea you can be hurt, you can starve, get diseases, your body can be exploded from a car, right? You can have all these problems happen to you. And that's the creator's keep. Don't lose that. That's for me, he says. That's so I can enjoy myself. And then because of that, everything sucks. Everything sucks. So we're always dealing with the fact that the creator likes blood. Blood magic works. If the creator didn't like blood magic wouldn't work. But blood magic works really good. Enough to use blood magic as a stake. You can drip steak blood on it and it'll work. I did blood magic once. These 3 ants flew into my candles. The ants flew into the candles upside down, like this. I'd never seen anything like that. And I'd done meditation before. The only time it ever worked was blood. I included the blood of a steak, and these ants flew into my 3 candles upside down in the same posture each. So after that, I did a blood magic canceller. I did blood magic to cancel blood magic over my life. I said that whatever I was doing, whatever that was, I assumed was an evil power. Maybe it really is the way the creator likes it. Maybe the only way you have power here is by doing blood magic. Blood of Jesus and putting blood over the door. Or maybe I'm living under blood magic and the ruling class do blood magic. And so I would have come from blood magic. What I look like, what I could do, how I think, all of this was controlled by basically demons in a ceremony before I was ever born. And people are thinking blood magic's normal, like sacrifice to the Son of God. I think that isn't the story. The story isn't the way they say it is. That, yeah. So I did find blood magic to be very powerful. My dogs, Tipper and Gola. I loved those dogs. Their kisses. I remember their excitement when I came home from like sports covered in sweat. They'd lick me head to toe. It was the best experience being licked by your dogs. And then like freaking the dogs would push their tongue in and get deep. Oh man, it feels so good. People who avoid dog kisses are like a different species to me. They're not cool. There's just people who aren't cool with it. There's people who can be touched and like being touched, and there's people who cannot be touched, don't touch them. And where I have a problem is when the people who can't be touched think that's morality. They go, that's the way it has to be. Right? Yeah, Mrs. Zimmerman, she was cool. Nobody was interested in giving me a girlfriend as a kid. That like Sagittarius eternal bachelor. I've had zero luck with love. Negative luck with love. Love is sometimes something really enjoyable that people like feel and adds a lot to their life. And for other people, love is something that hurts them. For other people, love is something that tortures people. They don't have any. It does suck all the time, right? So that was my experience, as I had no love at all. Right? Creator's fun. You're a winner. You get it all. You pay for it with your life. That's what the creator enjoys. Don't trust a fucking ghost to run things. He's a fucking piece of shit. Yeah. If the creator could feel what we go through, we wouldn't go through it. It'd be over yesterday. Oh, what is like that? Yeah, no shit. Fucking idiot. So yeah. I got my bumper stickers. One of them is "The Lord is a pedophile who lives in a cave." I'm proud of that one. All religion equals genital mutilation. You thought the creator wanted to talk to you? Nah. Psych. So yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for moving out into my car. I got a camping battery on the way. Just spent $100. I bought it earlier than I needed. I'm not moving out for several months. But I knew that I need time to be able to send it back if it doesn't work. So I'm gonna get it early and run off it. Maybe these small batteries have lasted me months. These, I've got a rotation where I have a solar panel outside. I put this battery on, right? I love this paint. The holographic spray. It's so cool. No human in history had that. Now I do. I use that with like these for my lighting. It's a rechargeable. And they're all magnetic. So, and what I bought was a battery solar panel combo. It says it can recharge fully in 4 hours. That's the optimal. So I've got one of them. My plan is to get another one, whole setup. So I can go out and leave my car totally off and do everything I've got to do through solar panel. Yeah, it's the key idea. Is become a digital camper nomad. Um, it's about to get hot here. I'm in the desert. This is like the last cool day I think we'll probably have this season. Um, when I leave, I'm gonna go. It's so weird. I feel like my landlord spies on us because we didn't have fire extinguishers here at all. And then one day I leave my burner on to go to the store, and I don't regret it. I consciously did it. Nothing happened. As I got home, I appreciated it had been on. But like 2 days later, they dropped off a fire extinguisher, and they're coming by to do an inspection of the property. And the thing I said, is somebody in the roof? Because I kept hearing like this thunk, 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 as people are stomping around upstairs, right? And I was like, is somebody here? And yeah, they few days later, there was a notice they're coming by to inspect the place. They say they're inspecting all of them. They also say we don't have to be here. It was an unusually friendly letter. They've sent letters before covered in red letters, like demands, right? Um, and this one was friendly, so I don't know if they are coming to see if someone's living in the rafters. I thought it was weird. Obviously, it could be the creator. But yeah, I definitely don't like the eternal bachelor. I don't like being a bachelor my whole life. I would have rather had like true love. True love was a lie though. I think so. Maybe I'm paying some shit back, maybe it's like maybe I'm paying it back so I can have an eternal life next that's way better, right? What if I'm paying back like things like knifing the babies? It really is kind of true that what you do when you have power will, like, have I squished some bugs? Yeah. Well, that cost me. Will one day I be a bug? And it's like, what is this life about? Well, once you crush the bug, and that's going to be your end, but I can't tell you. So good luck, you know. Is there even the rebirth of the soul? See, when I die, the being that wants to be reborn will be dead. So do I really come back? Or is it just, what would entertain the creator, infinite mortals, people who will fucking die. So yeah. But it is true, like what you do as the ruling class will impact everyone else. Like if if you're the richest on earth, did you publish a book telling everyone to cut their kids' dicks off? Because if you did, you may get away with it your whole life, but one day you're going to be getting your dick cut off because you fucking did that. Now here's the problem. If you can do a crime to somebody, then it means that you can do something to someone that they don't deserve. And so there's one area of like reincarnation karma, which is that if I did something to you, that means you deserved it, which itself is kind of shady. I don't know if that's a guarantee that that's how that works. Um, oh yeah, this power charger, this battery I bought charges my scooter, which I'm happy about. And the other side is that if you can do something wrong, if you could do something to somebody that's considered bad, then that means they were innocent. So if you can get punished for doing wrong, that means there is such a thing as innocent people. And yeah. So this whole like karma thing, it's like if someone tries to do wrong to you and it doesn't work, that means you don't deserve it. If they do and it does work, that means you do deserve it. Or did the creator just not care what happened to your fucking body? It's like that blood magic. I've often thought about that blood magic experience. It was one of the creepiest. I've had all sorts of miracles happen, but I've never seen anything like ants crawling in a candle and turning upside down. Never seen anything like that. The ants crawled in the candle and turned upside down like this. all three the same. I'd never seen anything like that. So, what that means is either blood magic is the way, you want something to do blood magic, and then what's the cost of that? Is a being doing that for me, or is it the creator? Does the creator run by blood? Is the real God of gods, King of kings, real Lord of everything, real maker, is that dude the blood god? Did he make this place to make us suffer on purpose for entertainment? He could have made the nice river paradise, but he chose not to. He said, fuck that. They're gonna suffer. That means a lot. Like, all of those, like, it does. What is going on here? Is this place for us? A lot of people have said the way is just ignore pain. When you do bleed, when you do hurt, say it doesn't hurt. Get past it. You'll please the gods. For me, this is how I feel about it. If you don't say when you don't like it, you live in that universe where it sucks. It's one of those reasons I say God is trash. You should try making something nice. Is that if you have bad things happen to you and you thank it, now you're inviting more bad things to happen to you. So if something bad happens to you, you should say, I hated that. Hope that happens back to you. It should become toxic, where he's like, they all hate this place. Why? I don't know. I made them hurtable. I made them all crushable, and now they're mad. They all have to age and toil. I thought it was funny. Now they're promising revenge upon me. Right? Do you see? But if you go, oh, thanks, and it's like, oh, that wasn't bad. They like it that way. Now you're going to get more of that. So anyway, why did the blood magic work? Is that because that's who the creator is? Or is that because that's who owns Earth and that's what I'm used to? Am I living under the effects of blood magic? In Naruto, they bite their fingers and bleed to summon. You want something to happen, you have to bleed for it. Which is crazy. Is this what we consider dark magic? Is there a light type that doesn't involve that? Yeah, I did a blood magic. To me, blood magic canceller means that if I use my blood to do a spell to cancel blood magic on and about my life, then the fact I did it should cancel out all other attempts. Like, the government asks for vials of your blood. Do they really take it to test to see if you're healthy? Or do they put it in a vault somewhere of, like, government slave bank and do like, things to try to control you? If they know how your blood works, maybe they know how your body works. They showed that necrotic raccoon earlier. There's a raccoon walking around on the bones of his back legs, and whose face had fallen apart. And they asked what happened to him. Essentially, diabetes. He had gone into a dumpster. Probably he lived by, like, a sweets dumpster. So it's like the illusion of corporate competition is really, like, to dismantle the ability of people to get together. And the sweets, do the sweets really, 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 is it your body can't handle sugar, or is it the sugar's poison and they sweetened it so you'll eat poison? Fuck you. Like how the weed is lung glue. You put this lung glue in, it'll make you feel really high while your brain is fucking rotting inside. Your brain will decompose in your fucking skull while you feel good about it. They do that with cockroach traps. All sorts of traps require a lure. It's like TikTok. It's like there's all these young, attractive people. That's the bait. Do you think they're real? Or is it a machine designed to drive you fucking mad? Would a super pet, if the government likes sex with virgin girls, would they let one girl they like go to any normal guy? Or would they carefully shield it? Here he gets an AI or a trans person. He'll never know the people we like, right? So, and that's the creator too, man. The creator said, that's hilarious. I love that. Creator said, approved. So, at some point in some distant future, the creator of everything, I hope, gets fucking raped with knives like he does to kids with circumcision. He sucks. There's no surer way to not get what you want than to want it. He created hurtable bodies and scarcity to watch a war. He wants to see people bleed out and struggle to survive. That's hilarious to him. So yeah, the creator sucks. Don't trust a fucking ghost to run everything. He doesn't care. He can't feel what's wrong with it. He's too interested in, did you see how big it is? The creator's more interested in, did you see how big the universe is, than did he make it nice for the beings that are? You know? I think God sucks. Every single book about the creator is a male genital mutilation hoax. No doubt. And they're all man-made. So what does that say? What's really happening here? Is that a test? I think it's an intelligence test. Hey, they said they're talking for the creator. Well, if the creator wanted to talk, why didn't he just do it? He whispered it once and only some people heard it. Is really the explanation. You're not righteous enough to get a direct contact. You just have to trust us. It's a test. So, there's a lot of problems with Trash Planet. A lot of problems I can't fix. Too late in many cases. So, I hope one day people are watching this because they have the time, because they live forever and they don't have to work. And they go, wow, we really fixed all those issues that guy has. I hope so. So yeah, blood magic did work for me. Blood magic is incredibly powerful. You know, the steak you eat for a snack is enough to do really powerful blood magic. So does that mean we live under a blood magic spell? Did somebody say, like, slavers? Would slavers take slaves to sacrifice for their gods? Absolutely. That's completely a fit. It's a fit that the current human world government are blood magic pedophiles. That absolutely fits with the pattern of history, of what they're like. So, does that mean blood magic's the only way to do magic? Could I have done any other sort of spell to have ants crawl upside down into hot wax? Or was that the sign that something really evil was going on? That any attempt to do blood magic is always of the absolute dark. I don't know. I hope one day people live forever for free. I hope the real government loses. There's this argument the religions make that doesn't true evil get punished, and wouldn't the absolute bad be stopped by the creator? And both of those arguments fall apart when you look at how nature works. And if you've had anything bad happen to you, you know, no way. Just because it sucks doesn't stop reality from doing it to you. So, it's bad news for the righteous ones, for the people who want to live a higher type of life. Unlucky. Did you want your existence to be about your personal enjoyment of your life? Bad luck being born here. It's definitely not that time. So, how do you tell that to someone? If boys are insane about breeding, because that's where they come from. I had this car that was covered in like anime chick stickers. And I remember this one little boy got in a suit. There's nothing else going on. No reason for him to be in his Sunday best. But he saw girls on the car and he thought, obviously, this guy knows girls. Right? And he freaking, he gave me the to pay attention to him. And then I looked around my car and saw him. He was looking around like this, like, what do you got in there, fella? A little kid, like 2. Right? So, yeah. Guys are insane about girls because it's where people come from. If you're not crazy about it, you made less people and you don't represent as much of the population. And if you were insane about it, you made a ton of people and you represent a huge portion of the population. So the way we reproduce itself is cursed, like eating an animal. You're going to fight away all the other mates. They're not important. Only I matter. So you can make more people who are just like you. It's like a Tesla flow valve that works one way. Boys hate the boys. And boys do everything in their fucking power to mate with the girls. So is that who the government is? Is that who the Heavenly Father is? Is the Heavenly Father a man in a bunker lying? So here's the secret, is they hold the power now. Some organization on Earth has complete control over history. It's really weird to think of like animals as not people. Animals don't have souls. They don't know they're animals. Yeah, they do. They're as alive as you are. I've seen an ant do a dance on the back of my hand. Yeah, they're alive. I ate some deadly mushrooms they said not to eat, and I'm still alive. That has also meant something to me, like Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn. Mistborn is about a world where the Lord won. The Lord is a man who used a secret technology to take over the planet 2,000 years ago. And in this universe, people eat metals for power. It just so happens your stomach digests metal. Your stomach can break down steel. Right? I've eaten magnets. I eat metal sometimes. If the real government's in the mining empire and they have a secret metal that lets them live forever, I've considered that the drugs on the surface are poison and that the real government loves secret substances, things that are like super elite. Like they've brought up adrenochrome. There might be other ones like a metal that enhances psychic power, a metal that makes you live longer, right? And that they keep them for themselves, so they need the slaves to find it, and they lie by saying it's toxic. I would love to experiment with some mercury. It wouldn't surprise me if mercury's not lethal. It's just they want it all for themselves and they don't want to share. Please, don't hurt yourself in my advice. I'll do the experiment myself. But I'm still here after eating metal and eating poisonous mushrooms. It's like it didn't even hurt me. Are the real government superhuman bunker lords? Are they liars? Do you look modest and humble because they're afraid of a slave class that could dominate them? And if that's true, how long have they had a continuous string of victories? How long have they been the winning ruling class? If the creator would let the whole animal life cycle exist where the rich eat the poor, all these animal species exist on preying on others. And if that would be fine, then would the government be that type of animal? Would the creator let the government lie about being the creator to rape everybody? It matches. It's a logical consistency. It's logically inconsistent that bad things happen to bad people It's logically inconsistent that the creator cares what happens and he's looking after it carefully. It is. It's a logical consistency that this thing is a blood show. And the worse and meaner you are, the better you'll do. I'm personally sick of it. People who support it. Holographic money in the eternal pleasure body is designed to fix it. Holographic money watches what your body does and reports it on the cache. And it'll tell us if you're making victims. It's a huge behavior check. People like me will enjoy it. People out there breeding people for sex will not. They'll find it difficult. So, people who beat their people will find it difficult. Um, And the eternal pleasure body is that you were designed to suffer. You're the modest, humble, bad ones. You're the shitty opposite to the real government. So giving you a pleasure body will be new. You'll like who you are and feel good being it. You won't be there to suffer. And the AI spaceship core is an energy solution. It provides your food and handles your waste. So the more people living forever isn't a huge cost. Right? So holographic money, eternal pleasure body, AI spaceship core is my efficient solution to the existential problems of our planet. Even the natives like it. Like I'm planning on taking property ownership, putting a time limit on it, and putting people in spaceships. The time limit's long, 100 to 1,000 years, but it's still a time limit. Way better than forever. Even if you own your property, if you fail to pay for it, they can just come take it. You don't own shit. They see you as just like the Matrix. They want to hook you up as an energy provider. Are you going to do all the work? If not, who is? And how do you make them? Put a free building on every corner. This is what God says. That's how you do it.